This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. Joe's back at it, and this time, he's got something to say about Freddie Gibbs still going at Benny the Butcher.
And rest in peace, Prodigy.
Word.
Alchemist and Freddie Gibbs are here. Make some noise. Make some noise. Mark, put your phone on, make some noise. We know you don't know hip-hop, but make some noise. We know you're not the biggest hip-hop guy.
Oh, man.
But it's a lot of hip-hop going on here. Gentlemen.
Mark, my I f with Mark.
Mark is the greatest, man.
He gonna write an essay on this.
Gentlemen, I don't even know where to start. The narratives are just floating in my head.
Oh, wow.
Because I can't get a beat from Alchemist, the one person that could bring me back to the game. Now you can just talk with you.
Hey, y'all, I don't know if you can fall.
You just getting the whole package.
Getting the whole package.
That was crazy.
That was crazy. I paused.
Yeah.
But you is getting all of it.
Yeah, we getting some good beats.
The Alk I remember, it was Mobb Deep, Eminem, and you had to wait. Now, because Conductor is...
Alright. You started with mess.
You did. Watch your phone.
Always starting with mess. Am I creating that? Or is that a silent thing that's happening out?
Like what?
The fans are saying that there's this quiet verses happening between you and Conductor.
I never heard that one, but that Conductor is incredible. I mean, his beats, they speak for themselves. I mean, I think it's cool to have people in the game at the same time because we all sharpen each other. Like, I love his beats. I don't know.
And we were just talking earlier about how you come from the era of showing up and playing beats for people. And
yes, we were just talking about that. Like, you remember the early era when it was like we had to shop beats.
Yes.
And it was like everybody was competing with each other. We were saying names like Buck Wild, LP, Rockweiler. These are people, when I used to go to see like Fat Joe or in the studio, they'd be like, come to the studio, Macho, yo, come, we have a session. I'd show up and it'd be like Rockweiler there playing beats already. And then I used to be like, I'm gonna be back. we would all like be, we were competing with each other like respectfully.
Yeah.
And that made the level of production a certain
you can't play some bullshit after rockers went up there, especially that era rock.
It was competitive, and it was like we all respected each other. That's the thing, like with producers, it's like not as much. It's like respectful competitiveness, There's not as much beef in the producer world. Like we all respect each other. You know what I mean?
Well, it was a competitive until when?
Well, this was a turning point.
Wasn't there? What, you 32 or something? This room wasn't there. I'm sorry.
I was there.
Nobody in this room now. We that old? Hold on.
I was there.
Nah, we was all there.
Everybody was
there.
He's old here. He's
we was there for this. We was there for this.
That was the time.
This is a back them up off. They think it's competitive.
that was like tunnel era.
Yeah.
I caught that, and I moved to New York in '95.
How was that?
It was incredible. I caught like one of the illest
waves
of rap.
He caught the wave.
What? Like Mobb Deep, the Locks, CNN, Nas, they were the top rappers, not just the best in New York, in the world, in the planet.
True.
And the records was connecting, and it was like, the first, like going to the tunnel was different. Like I feel lucky that I moved to New York and caught a couple of those.
Where was you coming from?
From LA.
From LA.
Yeah, I grew up out there. I moved there. I went to school out here.
Did you know in that moment that how big the era was? Or did you take it for granted at the time?
Yeah, I didn't. I was just in it. I was just living a dream. You know what I mean? It was like running with the mob, doing shows with them, and I was just entrenching, and I was just thinking how much I missed, because at that time we were like this, and it was a lot of rap that I discovered later that was like, because we were so, when you're in your bag, you're doing your shit, you don't have time to tune into everything, and
especially then when you had to actually buy
was like that.
Shit.
P was like, his spirit was always like, yo, we the best, yo, Dad, we got this.
And they were,
and he really had that energy. He was a real like.
They was hot like fish grease.
Even when we were down, he was like, "We're not down."
Joe is about to confront Freddie Gibbs about his beef with Benny the Butcher, and y'all need to peep how Freddie start backtracking and denying that there is a beef between them.
Which beat gave the biggest stink face on this project? That song.
When we was making it,
Yeah.
probably Skinny Shook too. When I heard that one first, I was like, oh yeah. I think that's when I was like, yeah, I think we should just go ahead and just finish the album up.
Would you prefer to drop with nobody in front of you or behind you, pause, or, because like, I like when your album dropped. Like, I feel like there was a flurry of real I like when that happens. Week after week after week after week.
Right.
Versus as an artist, my time. I want nobody in back of me. I don't want no big release in front of me. I want people to be able to just focus on this. Or do you like the string when it happens?
I mean, I'd be lying if I said I didn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, but, you know, we in the business of music, so of course you got to pay attention to things of that nature. But at the same time, man,
y'all caught a good lick this summer to run.
Yeah,
this summer was a good.
Yeah,
it was a good time for music. I knew Clips was dropping. I knew Tyler the Creator. I knew everybody that was dropping. Like I said, I'm in the business, so of course I know.
So your heart had that like a heart murmur. Why you diss all of?
Diss who?
Everybody you diss.
Oh man!
And don't make me go find all the memes that told me exactly who you diss.
I was just rapping. Man, just getting things off my chest. I wouldn't even call it that. I think it was just me just talking and just saying how I felt. You know what I mean? I think, you know, it's music. It is what it is. You got, you know.
What you say? Hit dogs holler? That's what you do?
Huh?
You say hit dogs holler? That's the.
But nobody in music beefs with Currency.
I'm not beef. I don't have no beef.
Nobody has an issue with spit. Nobody nowhere but you.
Oh, I don't have no beef with nobody.
I watched your other interview where you detailed exactly what your problem was.
It wasn't a personal beef. There was a bit more business.
And you was right in what you said and what I heard. But still watching, like, how the f*** do you do that?
I don't got no beef with nobody, man. I'm just doing my thing, you know.
So you got competition, it's just competitive.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit. I was just speaking about how I felt about a situation, but would I call it beef? Nah.
But all right. So let's try a different way. When you say that, do you think that that's a beef statement?
Nah.
Okay, all right. That's where the confusion.
Right.
I mean, my brother with me right now. I probably said that like 3 times today. So it is what it is. I mean, you know, I think that some people just get, you know, offended by
another grown man saying you.
Rap beefs have been a staple of the culture since the beginning. At its core, beefing in rap is about competition, ego, and asserting dominance. When two rappers throw shots at each other, it's usually about staking a claim to the throne, showing who's the best lyricist, and proving that they're the top dog in the game. In Freddie Gibbs and Benny the Butcher's case, this beef seems rooted in both professional rivalry and personal animosity. Both artists come from different backgrounds and have different styles, but their similarities, like their gritty street narratives and authentic personas, make them natural competitors in the eyes of fans. The reason these beefs drag on is because of how they're perceived in the culture. Hip-hop thrives on authenticity, and when two artists are at odds, it's almost like a test of who can stay the most real. Diss tracks, social media jabs, and public insults are all part of the battle, and the fans eat it up, often amplifying the tension even more. But what happens when the beef gets stale? Rappers can get caught in a cycle of escalating disses that distract from their music. The lines between real conflict and manufactured drama can blur, and the beef stops being about creative competition and starts being about personal vendettas. Rap beefs can boost sales and attention, but they can also damage careers if they get out of hand. In the case of Freddie and Benny, the ongoing tension is about who's the best, who's more authentic, and who's more respected in the streets. But at some point, continuing the beef just looks like clout chasing, holding on to drama for the sake of attention, rather than letting music and success do the talking.